Homemade gingerbread marshmallows.
Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Hello everyone, this recipe starts off on the stove, starting off with a medium-sized saucepan and 1 cup of white granulated sugar. You're going to add to that 2 tablespoons of white corn syrup, or you could use the dark colored corn syrup, and then add in 1/3 cup of cold water. Stir it together. Turn the heat on to medium, and you're going to stir continuously until it starts to boil, and then you can stop stirring. Now, while that's going on, in another saucepan, you're going to forget to turn the camera on and then show you what's in there after the fact. So in that little pot is 2 envelopes of unflavored gelatin, as well as a 1/2 cup of cold water. Let it sit for 5 minutes without the heat on, and you'll notice that the gelatin will absorb the water. Once it gets to that point, you can turn the heat on low and just let it heat up. All right, back over to the other saucepan. You're going to boil this mixture until it reaches 260 degrees Fahrenheit. The best way to tell this is to use a candy thermometer. If you don't have a candy thermometer, you need to cook this until it reaches the hard ball stage. I'll put a link in the description box that shows you how to do that. Here is the other pan. You're going to cook the gelatin water on low until the gelatin dissolves and the mixture starts to clarify. So my candy mixture is now at the proper temperature. I shut the heat off and I pour in the gelatin and water. Now this is going to bubble up quite a bit, so be careful. Once you're done stirring, just make sure the heat's off and just let the pot sit there while you prepare the next step. That's 2 egg whites in a large bowl. You're going to whisk this on high until you get stiff peaks. And then you're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice and 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. Once those are blended in, you're going to take that hot mixture off the stove and you're going to just gently and gradually drizzle that sugar mixture into the egg whites, whisking on high as you go. That hot syrup mixture is going to bring those egg whites up to a temperature that will kill any bacteria that's in them, and it'll make it safe to eat afterwards. So continue to beat on high for about 10 to 12 minutes until the volume is almost doubled. It's nice and thick and glossy, and when you touch the sides of the bowl, it doesn't feel hot anymore. When you get to that point, you can add in 2 teaspoons of molasses as well as a teaspoon of vanilla. Now it's time to take this mixture and put it in some kind of container. You can use whatever kind of container you want, whatever size pan you want. You can even use mini muffin tins. Just make sure that they're well greased. I'm using an 8x8 inch baking dish that I greased with cooking spray, added a piece of parchment, and then greased the parchment. Then poured the marshmallow mixture in there, and then I just flattened the top of it with an offset spatula. Now you're going to generously sprinkle some powdered sugar over the top of your marshmallows, and then just let them sit at room temperature for a couple of hours and allow them to set completely. Once they're set, remove them from the pan, and then take a large knife, grease up the knife with butter or some cooking spray, and cut them into whatever shapes or sizes that you would like. Then take the individual marshmallows and just dunk them into a bowl of powdered sugar. Just shake off the excess and put them on a cookie sheet covered with plastic wrap or silicone mat, and just let them sit at room temperature for about an hour to dry up a little bit. Now, if you love marshmallows and you've never had a homemade marshmallow, you really need to try these out. There's nothing like them. They taste so much better than the stuff you can buy at the store. These taste like a gingerbread cookie, but in a marshmallow form. Very, very good. Now, what you can do is you can package these up into little cellophane packets with a fancy ribbon, and you can even attach a package of hot chocolate mix if you want, and people can make some hot chocolate with wonderful gingerbread marshmallows. Now, that is not a giant cup of hot chocolate. I cut some of those marshmallows into smaller pieces for the photo. Don't forget to check out my recipe notes and storage instructions in the description box below. I have lots of other Christmas goodies on my playlist. If you want to see this, go ahead and click right on your screen. Click on the little eye that's up there, or check the link in the description box. Thanks for watching.